So high, Brandon and Lobo up in Portland, Ziggy from Kern County, Canada, David up in East Oakland. Yeah, what up, Slow? Vega and Tone and myself, the Bullhead Chris. Yeah, you know what it is. Represent that Misfits. You can't mess with my clique. Silver and black, with my Misfit flag. Represented, baby, to the day of my death. Oh, my Misfits. I see you in the building, baby. Yeah. What up, Sugar Free? Come on my Misfits. Ain't no party like a Misfit party, cause our Misfit party don't stop. Love, loyalty, respect, man, that's all we got. It's a family thing, baby.
Of all the Raider podcasts in the world, this is definitely one of them. Everybody, it's Thursday night. You know what time it is. It's time for the Raider Nation Misfits podcast, episode 27, starring President of the Raider Nation Misfits, Sugar Free Joe Ramirez.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? It's cracking, everybody.
Oh, you know what's up, man. I mean, Prez, this season, you know, man, real quick, man, I'm going to go back. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Raider Nation, coast to coast worldwide. Shout out to all the Raider content makers. Shout out to all the Raider Nation booster clubs everywhere. Prez, you know what it is, man. Back, let's see here. You know, we're a couple weeks back, man, but that's okay. We're going to catch up to everything on this episode. But back, man, in, I want to say it was episode 25 or 26 even. I said, you know, before the KC game, I said, you know, this game, the Raiders are who they are, right? I said, but however it turns out, they are who they are, and that's it. It is what it is. And I'm sticking with it, man. But there were certain games that we had to win, that we did want to win. And this last one was one of them, man. It was against Dallas. And that's just a game. It don't matter if we haven't won a game at all, man. That's a game that we need to win. And we did win, man. And we're going to talk about that. We hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We hope everybody had a great holiday, right? And Prez, man, we know that you made the epic trip over there to Dallas, Texas, man. You went into Jerry World and we stuffed that turkey. We stuffed Jerry Jones's turkey, man. And we'll talk about that. But this next segment is brought to you by the Misfits Kitchen, everybody, for your next community service event, project, for your next party. The information is down below. Hit up Misfits Kitchen, man, and we're going to make it happen for your next party, your next community service event. Perez, what's coming up on the Misfits calendar?
This weekend, which is the 4th, December 4th, is this Saturday. We're going to be going to Tijuana, Baja, California. We got an event over there giving back to the community in Tijuana. There's some people there that need our help. So we're going to be working with another Raider club, which is Raiders de la Baja. We're also working with some different clubs as far as dog kennels. We got a lot of dog kennels that support us as well. So we're going to be going down there, giving toys out. We're going to be giving toys. We're going to be giving food boxes. And we're going to be giving we're going to give them some just a little food for the day. We got some pizzas and some munchies. We're going to give them for the day. We're going to be set up at a little park over there. It's a little colonia. It's pretty much like a little town is what they call them. So that's what's going to happen this Saturday. And then the weekend after, we're actually going to be set up in Arizona. I got my Misfits over there. We got a couple chapters over there in Arizona, so we're actually going to have a little family barbecue, and I say not only the Misfits, we got some Raider family going down to a little barbecue. We're going to have one of our members from the Buckeye chapter. He's opening his house and he's having a nice little barbecue for all Raider family that wants to attend. That's going to be on December 11th. You know, just some good people, good times. That's going on in Arizona. Then the next day after that, after the 11th, the 12th, December 12th, we're going to be going to a watch party hosted by the Rock, Raider Rock. Raider Rock he's having a little family watch party over there. and that's going on the 12th. So the whole weekend we're pretty much we're gonna be over there hanging out, doing a good thing. Just good people. And then on the 18th, December 18th, we're gonna be in Misfits are gonna be in Vegas. We'll be over there in Vegas, getting together to help the community over there. We're gonna be handing out blankets. We're gonna be feeding them a good meal. While supplies last, we do as much as we can. While supplies last, so we're gonna be there's a little hot meal, drinks for them, and blankets, warm blankets. It gets cold, so we want to kind of give back as much as we can, so that way we know, we fed them, we fed them, and we also gonna help keep them warm, so we're doing that. That's going on. Those are pretty much the next 3 weekends of our calendar in December. And whatever else comes up, we always got some other things that we support. A lot of different clubs are doing a lot of different things right now as far as in the Raider community. They do a lot of different things. They also I know there's going to be some some Christmas parties, some feed the veterans going on. I know the wrecking crew, the RNWC, has something going on. Cynthia IE always has it cracking over there as far as in the community. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on, man. But it's the wheels are always in motion over in the Raider community, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And they're always in motion. Everybody, the information will be on the description down below. And Prez, real quick, man, just let them know what we got going on every week, man.
Yeah, man. Look, every week we got food pantries going on every week. On Fridays, there's a food pantry up here that we have access to and that we participate in. And we actually give back as needed. That's going on up here in the high desert. So San Bernardino County. So pretty much if anybody in the San Bernardino County needs a food box or needs some food, don't hesitate to hit us up. That's going on Fridays. And then on Saturdays, we got the Sabado Food Bank. That's run by Mario, the man himself right here, the host right here. And he runs that with some of his good people that they do it over there, the kindness of their heart. That's on Saturdays. That's a Sabado Food Bank. That's in the LA County area. So for more information on that, you can get a hold of me, get a hold of Mario right here. Anybody, we can lead you. And once again, we don't need any information from you guys. I don't need no personal information. We don't need any personal information. It's pretty much you need a box of food. It stays anonymous. It just stays between us and you. And that's pretty much about it. Don't hesitate to reach out. We don't want to see anybody go without, especially during the holidays. It gets a little rough during the holidays. So we try to give back as much as possible. So don't ever hesitate to ask for something. We're always willing to help, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, everybody. And that's the thing about, shout out to all the podcasts, like we said, shout out to all the podcasts, all the content creators, and shout out to all the booster clubs. This is really what we're all about. And then I guess Raider football, which is our passion, is really secondary. All right. So we love the community. We want to serve all communities. That's really the greatness of the Raiders. That's the greatness of the Raider legacy, everybody. So all the information is down below. Hit us up, man. We'll make it happen. Prez, let's get down to business, man. Now, real quick, you know what's up, man. We don't run from anything. We took, after our last episode against the New York Football Giants, man, we took two, not one, man. We took two nasty L's, man. I was at Boogie Down Sundays when I saw us get beat down to the Chiefs, and it was bad. And then, last weekend, I was, watching I saw the beatdown on my phone, right? Against the Bengals, right? The next Sunday after that. Yeah. And it was pretty bad, everybody. Hey, the Raiders played horrible. Everybody. Okay, I'll start from DC. DC did not play well at all. DC looked distant. And you know what? It was just a bad outing. Of course he took the hits. He always take the hits, but either way, it started with him. O-line didn't play well. There were, people were dropping, people were getting open, people were dropping the ball. It was both. It just all around defense gave up a whole lot of points. It's just what they just weren't good games. Just got outplayed, just got out coached from top to bottom. It was bad. I mean, hey, Raider Nation was we were
Yeah, I mean, hello, cut
yes,
off Mario. You're cutting off, bro. Look, the
yeah, my bad.
the couple losses that we took, man, like Mario was saying, it they were pretty bad. They were pretty bad. Look, Derek Carr. It all starts with Derek Carr, but he always puts it on himself, and that's fine. It all starts with Derek Carr's play. We win and lose by how he plays, man. It all starts with him. He didn't play. Honestly, it just seemed like he was out of it. It honestly just seems like he wasn't there. He was distracted. And you can't help but feel like hey, it's everything going on around him is a distraction, bro. But it doesn't. It's a team game. You have to say it's a team game, though. I mean, everybody should take responsibility for it. Everybody needs to take responsibility for it. The O line wasn't blocking. The run game wasn't there. The play calling looked like it was just like they're running the same couple plays. I just feel like they finally opened up that playbook, and you see how dangerous that they could be when that playbook gets opened up and Derek Carr starts flinging it everywhere, man. When Derek Carr starts throwing that ball, man, and he starts to feel it, he could hang with the best of them. The problem that I see with Derek Carr is the consistency, bro. He doesn't do it on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? Like Derek Carr, he could look like a stud one week, almost 400 yards, and then the next week is just a dud, bro. It's like the peaks and valleys are from high to low. It's too much. You know what I mean? Like stay on a consistent basis. Play on a consistent basis, because if you don't come out with that energy, the team's gonna follow. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I saw on both all the losses that I've seen. That's pretty much what's going on. We wish we could have those games back. You wish you could have those games back, and we could play, and the wish that they could play the way they were playing on the wins against the Cowboys. I mean, because against the Cowboys, I mean they look good, bro. I was there. I was there in Cowboy Stadium, and and I'll say this, man. Look, I was in that stadium, and I heard some bullshit, bro. And I'm not gonna even front. I don't know what the fuck this whole Cowboy Nation shit is. I don't know what the fuck they think. I don't know why they say it, but it fucking sounds stupid. Okay, it sounds stupid. The Cowboy Nation shit that they want to say in their stadium. I get that it's their stadium. They can fucking call themselves whatever the hell they want. But I mean, this Cowboy Nation, it just doesn't even sound right, bro. This Cowboy Nation thing that they say doesn't even sound right. First of all, it sounds stupid. And there's only one nation. Everybody knows what it is. It's the Raider Nation. And I don't even know why they even fucking say this Cowboy Nation. Any other fucking team that says that puts nation behind their team name just sounds stupid. It just sounds dumb. We as Raider fans, we take offense to it because there's only one nation. That's the nation. So whole nation shit out of your mouth because it sounds dumb. And every time I would hear it inside the stadium in Texas, I would laugh, and I would laugh right in the fucking face of the fucking Cowboy fans, and they would look at me like if I was dumb. But it's totally dumb. And I would say, Cowboy Nation, stand up, and I would laugh, bro. It just sounds dumb, and I don't know how else to say it. But the bottom line is, I don't like to hear it, and I know all Raider fans that were in there were with me when they're looking at it like the Cowboy fans, and they're just sitting there like in disbelief that did they really just say Cowboy Nation? Like, that's not even a thing. It's not even a thing. Okay. And that aside, that was a problem I had. But I will say this, it is a very nice stadium. It is a very nice stadium. the Cowboy State, Jerry's World, really, they did a good job doing that stadium. I really like that outside area that they have going on when you get out of the front. When you go into the front gates or whatever, they have a little area right there. It's like a little mini football field. They have a little outside bar. They got a little DJ going. That's a good vibe. That's a good vibe going on right there, man. That was a good vibe going on outside that stadium. But we turned the fuck up, though. We turned the fuck up when we won that game. After we won that game, we turned up. And I will say this, the tailgate the whole tailgate thing, that's stupid too. That's a fucking stupid thing that they do. You could only fucking tailgate, and you could only bring chairs out in Dallas, and you only in the grassy area. And the grass area is only like the size of my fucking front yard. You know what I mean? So you have like all these people trying to tailgate in this little grassy area, and you can't bust out your chairs. That's the only place that you can pretty much get your put out your chairs and your canopies is in the fucking little grassy area. And it's not too big. So we're all trying to cramp in there and tailgate. But the Raider fans turned we turned up in that fucking in the blue lot. In the blue lot, we turned up over there, bro. You know what I mean? There was Raider fans everywhere in that blue lot. It was blue lot number 11. I think that's the only section you could tailgate in at Cowboy Stadium. So we turned up, bro. Raider fans turned up. And believe me, after the game, we made our presence known. You know what I mean? We made our presence known. The Raider fans were hooting and we were hollering, man. We were turning up. The DJ there was even playing some old school Oakland music, bro. Like they were playing some Too Short. They were playing some E40. They were playing some shit where you're just like, damn, this is the kind of shit that I would hear in Oakland. You know what I mean? Just to show us love. And we were out there, man, turning the fuck up. But if I will say this though too, if you're gonna go to, I live in Cali. Okay, so it's a little bit of a drive, man. It's a little bit of a drive from where I'm at. The drive isn't so nice. Okay, to put it that way, it's about I want to say about 20 hours. I would say 20 hours there and 20 hours back, bro. So it wasn't too much of a good drive, and it would have been a fucked up drive if we would have lost. I was only hoping for a good game. You know what I mean? Like a good game. I didn't want to go all the way, drive all the way to Dallas, go all the way the fuck over there and lose and get blown out and have to drive all the way the fuck back. I would have been pissed. It would have been ruined my whole experience. But it was more than that. It was a great game on top of that, and we won. So, going forward, I'm gonna fly next time. Live and learn. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna fly next time I go out of if I go out of state or for another game or like that. I'm not gonna drive no more, because that was a drive. My whole body was hurting. I think my toes were hurting. I couldn't feel my fingers anymore driving so much, bro. It was bad. It was bad. I was driving. Luckily, I had, me and my wife went. Me and my wife drove. We didn't kill each other. She didn't bury me in the desert somewhere. So you know what I mean. Right. So I came back. I was good. You know what I mean. So I think I'm gonna keep her. You know what I mean, because we didn't piss didn't piss each other off, and we're not getting divorced. You know what I mean? 40 hours in a car together, me and my wife. We ended up doing it. I think we got in a couple scraps. You know what I mean? We rolled around the dirt a couple times. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, man.
We had to get it out. You know what I mean? She had to get it out. You know what I mean? She got
for sure.
Got a couple good blows in there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just kidding.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know this can hold her own, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, so you know what I mean. We didn't kill each other, but it was a road trip to remember, bro. It was a game to remember. That made me forget about the other losses that we had. That made me forget about the other losses that we had. We just need to be more. I just think we need the team as
I think it made all of us forget.
Exactly, man. And we just need to be more consistent. I just want to see some more consistency coming from Derek Carr. I hope he just kind of keeps all this to the side and realizes that he can't control these outside circumstances. And I feel like he was just kind of like taking it hard. And you could see it on the team. And one thing that I am concerned about too, though, is Waller. I know Waller got hurt. I'm not sure the extent of it, how hurt he is, bro. But I know that Waller got hurt in that game. And I'm not sure how long he's out, but he's a necessity. So, but all in all, man, it was a good experience. I would do it again, just like I said. I'm just flying next time.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You
As
there, Mario?
we were. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing one, two.
Yeah, you just been breaking up, bro.
Yeah, my bad, man. Sorry, everybody.
Uh, I just
I
heard the
don't know what's up
one.
with the interview. Let me give it a little bit, man.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you hear me
losing you,
now?
Mario. Let me see.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
we're
hear
back
you. Yeah.
now. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we're
anyways,
good.
well, there you go, everybody. Hey, my bad. On my end, maybe the internet's not so good today. But we'll do the best that we can. Hopefully, we can get through the podcast. But everybody, I mean, you heard Sugar Freeze, his testimony right there, man. And hey, that is a long drive, man. That, as a kid, we used to take the drive, the family, we used to take that drive every year, and it was long, man. But
Yeah.
we're past it, and I'm glad, man. I'm glad too that I always want the Raiders to win, but particularly, when they're playing out of town. I know that so many, and even in Vegas too, so many Raider fans, man. I mean, they drop big bucks. They do what they got to do. They fly, they drive, they walk, they take the train, man. They do whatever they got to do to get to the game. And, some people travel halfway across the world to see the Raiders kick two field goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some
And I'm glad,
bullshit, bro.
Prez.
I would have been pissed. That's
Yeah,
some
man.
bullshit.
I'm glad, man, that you got to see them put up 36 points, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, granted, man, they did give up 33, and that's kind of maybe my criticism right there with the defense. The defense is vastly improved. They're like number
Yeah.
15 right now, something like that. Vastly improved, but however, man, the defense, just giving up too many third and longs, fourth and long situations. You know, help your part of helping yourself to get off the field, man, is just don't give up those third and longs. Don't give up those fourth and longs. Cash Money Carlson is back. All right, I'm gonna give him his name back, Cash Money Carlson. All
Yeah.
right, he hit 5 field goals, man. Big field goals. Perez, how did you feel, man, when he was gonna kick those 50 yarders, man? How were you feeling at that moment?
Man, that last one though, that last one he made, I was on like, man, I was nervous. Everybody around us was all the Raider fans were. I had a few little Raider fans around me. You know what I mean? We were getting our cheering going. But it was nervous, bro. I mean, it made me nervous. See, I was on the side where the opposite side of the last field goal where he was kicking it. So he wasn't kicking it I was on the end zone, but on the opposite side. So, I was kind of looking from afar, like just nervous sitting there, like God. And then I think it was like a penalty, and then it was like another penalty, and then I think he missed one of them when he hit the post on one of them because it was something. I think it was on a penalty or something like that. But bro, I mean, every time he kicked a field goal, it made me nervous because I mean, anything can go wrong during a field goal. And I've seen Carlson miss like a 20 yarders after the extra points before. But he nailed them, bro. And I know he had some food poisoning. There was a report that he had some food poisoning before the game, and there was also saw a quote by him that said that he told the coaches that he'd play in the diaper if he had to. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, man.
so he was in, bro. You probably had a little some bubble guts going on, but but he did it, man. He did it. I think he had without Carlson, we wouldn't have won that game. Without Carlson kicking those balls, we wouldn't have won. I think he accounted for like 18 points. You know what I mean? He accounted for like 18 points of the Raiders 33. So take those 18 points away and we don't win. So a lot of times the kickers, man, they don't really get a lot of credit, but then they come in at the last couple seconds trying to win the game, and they're there and they get all the credit, but they're also the scapegoats, if they lose the game. So, Carlson came through. I give him that, man. He is one of the better kickers in the league.
Absolutely, man. If maybe even if not the best, man. But yeah, definitely one of the better. That's for sure. Shout out once again to AJ Cole and the special, the punting team. And guys on the punting team, man, you got homies like you got Zay Jones is on that punting, squad, and he gets down there really fast, man. So shout out to those guys. And then we saw some Cleveland Farrell sightings in that game, and we know that he's playing up. They moved him over to special teams as well. Helping block field goals and stuff like that. And I know they were successful in getting one of the field, having the Dallas kicker who's really good himself, missing one of those field goals and missing an extra point, man. So that was huge. That was huge too, guys. It could have gone the other way, man. The Cowboys could have won easily. They did get the ball to begin the overtime period. And, in the fourth quarter, they're down by 14. And just like that, man, they just catch up real quick, So, defense, you got to help yourself a little bit. And those third and longs, man, can't be giving up those third and longs. Can't be giving up those fourth and longs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For me, like I said, so now we're moving forward, man. We're moving forward to the game against the Washington football team, right? Also, it's online on social media. I posted that I didn't think the team was going to win in Dallas, but of course I'm going to cheer for them because I want them to win. Anything could happen, and it's the Cowboys, so anything could happen, right? Coming against the Washington football. Oh, so what's up? It's your boy, the man himself. Have you changed your tune? Do you think the team? No, I'm not saying that I don't think the team will win. I think the team will win on Sunday. The team should win on Sunday, but like I said right before the Kansas City game, I said after this Chiefs game, they are who they are. What's their record right now? Is 6-5. What does that mean? Does that mean they suck? Nope. Does that mean that they're elite? Nope. What does it mean? It means they're okay. That's who they are. That's who the Raiders are, everybody. Hey, when they play well, man, they put up 36 points. When they don't play well, man, they'll only put up like 9-14. That's just, it is what it is, and we don't know which team we're going to get. So coming up with this Washington football team, man, let's talk about the injuries real quick. All right. We got Brandon Faison. He had full practice today. Jonathan Hankins had full practice. Deshaun Jackson did not practice. Lord have mercy. Okay. Zay Jones had a full practice. Kwiatkowski he had a limited practice. Markel Lee had a full practice. Carl Nassib he did not practice. Keeson Nixon had a limited practice. Patrick Anwaswar did not practice. John Simpson had a full practice. Darren Waller did not practice, and Josh Jacobs had a limited practice. These are key names, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough moving forward without Alec Ingold. It's gonna be tough moving forward. Like I think I called it a while back. Incognito, he's not coming back, so that's another mistake we made in the offseason. Oh well, moving forward. So, and we know that Washington is starting to play well now, man. Right? I know. We're watching a little video of the Monday night game, the last game that they played, and it looks like they're picking up. Right? It looks like they're picking up steam. So, Prez, we know the obvious, right? Which DC are we gonna? I mean, by the way, man, despite the good DC, despite the bad DC, he's the leader in yards. He passed up a couple of guys on the all-time record book. So we know this, man. We don't know, or we're hoping we're gonna get. I'm gonna call him the real DC. We hope we don't get the fake DC. So other than that, we know that's the given, man. Right?
Yeah.
And give me a key on defense, man, to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, for defense, bro, You just gotta we just gotta keep bringing the pressure. We got our defensive ends have been showing up. Have been showing up. Our defensive line has been a very strong point of this team, man. Everybody knows that. I mean, and it's more. What are we like halfway? More than halfway through the season already. So I mean,
Yeah.
this is who the defense is. This is pretty much who they are. And they're middle of the pack. They're middle of the pack D. They're not the best. They're not the worst. They're just right in the middle. So that should be good enough to win us to get us to where we have, especially with the offense that we could bring and the offensive weapons that we have. It should be plenty. So I want to see some more. I want to see some more pressure from the cornerbacks. I want to see Abrams show up a little more. I know Hobbs is the highest rated rookie cornerback in the league. Hobbs is one of the best ones out there. So our corners are doing okay, but I just want to kind of see maybe a little more pressure. I would like to see our safeties kind of help out a little more. I want to see a little more push. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I want to see a little more pressure by them. I want to see some. I like when I see the quarterback go down, bro. I know Heineke. He has some wheels on him. I know he has some movement. He likes to run a little bit. He likes to kind of get open. I know Heineke's their quarterback. One of his idols, they say, is Brett Favre. So that he likes to mimic his game, like kind of like Brett Favre. So he's kind of fidgety. You know how Brett Favre, he's one of the best quarterbacks to play the game, Brett Favre, but you can't really say he compares, but he tries to play like him, which is he's real finicky. He tries to throw off at different angles. He'll burst out of the pocket and he'll throw on the run. So we have to limit those. We have to kind of keep them in the pocket and take them down. Their running game their team has been kind of pumping it up a little bit. They have been kind of looking like they're kind of getting a little better. I just don't think they're gonna have enough to take the Raiders down. I don't think they're gonna have enough. I think ultimately the better team is gonna stand out, which is the Raiders. The Raiders are gonna stand out. I just hope that, like I say, when we play any other team, that they don't play down to their opponents. Because the Raiders have that thing where they always play down to their opponents. They come up. I mean, Cowboys are one of the best, have been this year, one of the better teams in the league, and they came with it. They came with it. But when they play these teams that they're supposed to beat, what happens? They play down to them, and then we end up losing. So I want to see them bring it every week, and from here on out, we control our own destiny pretty much. It's the West division. Our division is probably one of the best divisions in all of football. Everybody is over 500. Is over 500. Where every team is in the hunt pretty much to win that. Even the Broncos. The Broncos are still kicking. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're still kicking. They've been kind of playing a little better. Chargers with Herbert, their quarterback, they always have a chance. They're a better team. And the Chiefs, everybody knows about the Chiefs. They could turn that switch on at any time. It seems like you always got to kind of be careful with the Chiefs, man, because they still have Mahomes and they still have Kelsey. And the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. They're still a good team. So you can never count them out. I'm just kind of makes me think, like, if we would have our Raiders had their chance, bro, to keep them down. If they would have just kept winning, the Chiefs would have been out already. You know what I mean? But the Chiefs were given life. They kept giving them life. Everybody kept playing so football. The Raiders lost a couple. Chiefs kept winning, and now they're at number one again, just like that. At the blink of an eye, they're at number one again. And we have to keep winning. That's the bottom line. We have to keep winning, and we can't look back.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a game that we should win. And me, I'm like, I don't know, man. But, because like I said, the team is who they are. And, let me just say this real quick, everybody. This AFC is wide open, even though the Chiefs seem to have woken up. Look, check this out. Patrick Mahomes had a couple of bad games. I'm talking about, there was even one game where he didn't throw a touchdown, right? Nobody, ever once hinted at, oh, well, maybe they should put in their backup or whatever. Same thing with Josh Allen. The Bills lose a couple, and no one ever said, "Oh, maybe we should bring in the backup or whatever." DC, just like all the other good quarterbacks, loses a couple, and all of a sudden it's well, let's bring in the flying Hawaiian. And by the way, man, shout out to Marcus Mariota. That was one of the things that one of the points that I said that I said use him on third and short or fourth and short. But hey, man, that guy scored on first down, and they brought him in. So hey, man, I mean, I am foreseeing the more of the flying Hawaiian, and not just on third and fourth down, but on first down as well. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, my point is this, everybody. My point is that everybody's struggling in the AFC. It's still wide. That's why the Raiders are still in the hunt, man, because everybody else is struggling too. So this thing is still wide open. I think Prez went out and said that they're going to win. I'm going to go ahead and pick a win this week too. It should be like once again, it should be a game where the Raiders are able to take over and put it up on the shelf early. And I want to say this too, man. Maybe this is not even relatable, but my favorite. I'm a huge fan of soccer, of course, and I love the Mexican First Division, La Liga MX, La Primera División. My favorite team is Pumas, UNAM, right? And man, during the tournament, they were like last place. And just somehow by a miracle of the Lord, man, they started winning all their games. Long story short, they're in the semifinal now. So I'm thinking like, oh man, maybe the same thing will happen with the Raiders, man. They'll just start winning all these games. Or Prez, I don't know. Have you heard this whole thing about the coin, right? This dude flipped a coin and he wrote it down on a paper. Okay, so when it was this, it was a win or it was a loss. And I guess supposedly so far the coin has not been incorrect. I don't know if you've heard about that. I'm not saying we believe in it or whatever, man.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this, man. We're picking a win this week. They should win this week. Um, I love my guy DC. I love him, but he is who he is, and he's just had a tough year, and it is what it is, man. So DC, my guy, if you're listening, man, I'm pulling for you. You're not listening. Nobody's listening. Only one person's watching this, man. DC, my guy, if you ever hear this, man, hey, man, just go out there, ball out, because it's probably your last year, or maybe they might keep you on next year. Who knows? But we'll see what happens. Just go out there, ball out, take the Raiders to the playoffs, man, and end your career like that, man. And I wouldn't be surprised, man, if I wouldn't be surprised if DC retires after this year or next year. I mean, all that money he's made. I mean, that guy's made a lot of money. I'll tell you that much. So don't be surprised if he retires after this year or next year even, man. I'm done. I got a lot of money. I still have my head on my shoulders. So we'll see. But anyways, guys, so we're picking a win for next this coming Sunday. Everybody, I'm sorry, my Southern California people. They will not be showing the game. They're going to be showing the Rams game and the Chargers game. So I'm sorry, my LA people, man. You're going to have to watch it you know, on an NFL Red Zone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It won't be on the app because it's not a televised game in the area. However, my Raider Nation, if you're in NoCal or if you're in Nevada, if you're in Texas, if you're on the East Coast, they will show the Raider game, so you can see it on the Raider app. Okay, so that's for everybody. Now,
Yeah.
everybody, real quick, man. I just want you know part of the Raider news that's trending right now. We know that the former coach John Gruden, he is suing the NFL, right? And something came out this week on the official Raider podcast with JT the Brick, and he had a special guest, Brett Musburger, who is voice of the Raiders right now, right? We all remember Bill King, holy Toledo, right? And we all remember Greg Papa, touchdown Raiders, right? So now it's Bill Musgrave, and he does jackpot, baby, right? So, anyways, he's a famous announcer. In the last Raiders Super Bowl, if you ever watched that on YouTube, he's the one who actually is interviewing Al Davis. So, anyways, man, here hopefully the internet stays up. Here's a little bit of their interview. Check this out.
He is thinking about next year, but he says he's focused on this year, and that is what he should say.
Brent Musburger joins us. And Brent, should we make anything out of the 650,000 emails from the Washington football team that had a deep effect on Mark Davis's team with the Gruden resignation and what's happened, and John Gruden, and no one defends the emails and the content of the emails, but the effect that it had on an organization in Vegas when it was all about the Washington football team and an investigation where everybody would like the league to be a little bit more transparent. I mean, we don't have anything to look at. There was a couple of congresswomen who want to talk to Roger Goodell, maybe have him up on Capitol Hill. This is a major storyline, and John Gruden suing the league.
Yeah, and I certainly understand Gruden's feeling, and I understand Mark Davis's feeling about this too. However, I do want to point out one thing that makes this story kind of messy. And first of all, as I told Coach, whoever took you out, John, that was a paid assassin. Okay, that was one of the best hit jobs that I've ever been.
Now hold on. This once again, this is I'm not taking this from any fan podcast. This is the official Raider podcast with JT the Brick, and this is the voice of the official Raider broadcast, Brett Musburger. So I'm not just picking this out of any, the name of the guy who posted this is Wi-Fi Willie. So shout out to that guy on YouTube. Follow that dude. All right. Anyways, man, here we go.
Around, okay, they didn't go to their media goombas. They didn't leak this to Adam Schefter or one of those guys who break stories. They first went to the Wall Street Journal, and when Gruden was still coaching after that, then they dumped the rest of it on the New York Times. That was a professional hit job, but I want to tell everybody that I'm not completely sure it was somebody in the NFL. There was a second lawsuit involved, okay, between the owner, Snyder of Washington, and a former general manager. And that means that a lot of outside people had access to those emails that they were going through. So I think the hardest part for Gruden's lawyer.
So hold on. Remember, Brett Musgrave works, for the NFL or whatever. So of course he's going to say, well, there could have been other parties that leaked it. No, dude. It was the NFL who leaked it. I get it. I know why he's saying it, because he doesn't want to directly blame the NFL. He works for them. And Brett Musburger, he's a good boy. You get what I'm saying? He's a company man. So, but anyways, so just giving some context right there.
That somebody from the National Football League actually leaked that, because if it is somebody from the NFL, shame on them, okay? Because
see if he's like, but if it is someone from the NFL, shame on that. No, my man's way. Okay, here we go.
Mark Davis should have been told in the summer when he had something to do about it. Now, my ultimate second guess, I believe he just came from James Lofton in a conversation we had.
So, anyways, that's what he's saying. Basically, he's saying, hey, this was a professional hit job on John Gruden. The NFL knew about these emails way before, and they should have said something, and they didn't. So real quick, here's just a quick history, right? On July 16, 2020, the Washington Post published a story titled 15 Women Accuse Former Redskins Employees of Sexual Harassment and Verbal Abuse. The article broke the news that 15 former Washington football team employees, including Emily Applegate, were sexually harassed during their time with the organization, right? So then it goes, Larry Michael, right, the club's radio voice, was accused of discussing the physical appearance of female employees in a sexual and disparaging way by 7 former employees, right? Alex Santos, the team's director of pro personnel, was accused by 6 former employees and 2 sports reporters of making inappropriate sexual remarks about their body and asking them if they were romantically interested in them. Richard Mann II, the team's assistant director of pro personnel, sent an inappropriate text message to female employees stating that he and his colleagues were debating whether her breasts had been surgically enhanced. Dennis Green, the club's former president of business operation, instructed females to wear sexy low-cut blouses and tight skirts to flirt with suit holders. Mark Gershom, the team's former chief operating officer, was accused by 3 employees of sexual harassment and verbal abuse. At the time of the inappropriate conduct, there was only one human resource personnel within the team. And then soon after, other accusations came out against Dan Snyder, the owner, as well. Now, from, let's see here. Sorry, I'm just getting down. So what happens, right? July 1, 2021, the NFL announces that it has fined the Washington football team $10 million, right, as a result of this investigation. Now, Roger Goodell has said that he will not release the facts or the details of the investigation, of what they found. And of that investigation, there were 650,000 emails that were retrieved. And all of those, Gruden was the ones that were brought to light. And we all know what happened after that. Okay. What's my point, Prez, in bringing all this up, right? My point is, Prez, is that the NFL and the mainstream media isn't really talking about it, right? This was the official Raider podcast and the voice of the Raiders, but it's not like just you and I are talking about it. These are main voices of the Raiders talking about it. Prez, there's something big going on that we don't know about, that's being covered up. We know that John Gruden became the scapegoat. And by the way, we don't defend John Gruden at all. Let me tell you something, everybody in the Misfits. We're talking about this because the Misfits take a stand against violence, against women, against men, against children, against anybody. We're against sexual abuse, sexual violence. It's not enough to just be like, oh, that ain't right. No. We're coming on the air. We're talking about it, and we're taking a stand against it. And for some reason, the NFL is hiding something. Now, I know what you're saying, right? Hey, 10 million, they got fined $10 million. That's a lot of money. But they won't release the report of what they found. And in all those emails, that's the only thing they found, John Gruden. There's a cover-up going on, everybody. A big cover-up going on. Also, Prez, I'm not going to be the guy of, but the refs, this and that. Prez, if you watch those Kansas City game and that Cincinnati game and even that New York game, the refs were very instrumental in the beginning of the game to kind of kill any early drives. You with? I know the Cowboy fans were going crazy about the refs, right? Cry me a river, Cowboy fans. Remember the index card game? Okay, so just cry me a river with that one, all right? So, but anyways, Prez, and Raider Nation, coast to coast, worldwide, be watching these games very carefully. Be watching these reports very carefully, because this whole thing with the Washington football team, it ain't gonna go away. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the world. We know that 2 high-profile cases just got done with, and they were all over YouTube for everybody to watch. We know that a very important sex trafficking case, federal sex trafficking case, is going on. The big names are being dropped, man. Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, man. They even dropped, Smokey from Friday, Chris Tuck, man. They even dropped that guy's name. All the names are starting to get dropped. And that's why they're not maybe showing up. They say that they're not showing the trial to protect the identity of the victims and stuff like that. But we know the truth, man. The big names are being dropped. So everybody, all I'm saying, Raider Nation, stay ready, man, because the cards are starting to fall. all I'm saying is this, man. I don't want to be like the Houston Astros or somebody or the New England Patriots saying that we wanted dirty or we were doing underhanded stuff. I'm proud of what the Raiders did. I'm proud that when they found out the bad information, they had to do what they had to do. And we've been through a lot. So, Prez, with all of this said, man, with all this negativity going on, man, and with all these distractions, not only just in the Raider team, but in our lives, man, Prez, what is your message to the Raider as we get ready to close the show? What's your message to the Raider Nation with all these distractions going on?
I lost you for a couple of seconds right there, bro.
My bad, man. I said there's a lot of distractions going on in the Raider Nation, man. What is your with the team and with our lives personally? What's your message for that, man?
And just concentrate on keep your eyes on the prize, bro. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, bro. I mean, yeah, look, just everyone needs to keep their eyes on the prize. Just, I know sometimes like, everything gets a little difficult and you get a little distracted or you get swayed a different way, or there's always gonna be bumps in the road, man. But ultimately, you got to keep your head on straight. You can't let outside noise affect you too much. There's always gonna be outside obstacles. There's gonna be always outside noise, I should say. There's always gonna be obstacles. There's always going to be things thrown at you. Always expect the unexpected. You know what I mean? You should prepare for the unexpected. So that way you know how to handle it. And it's easier said than done in as far as probably on the field, and then in life, bro. I mean, it's always going to be something's always going to be thrown at you, but you have to kind of find a way to keep your head on straight and pretty much focus on what you got to do and do the job at hand. You know what I mean? Accomplish whatever you accomplished to set out to do. I get a little tongue tied, but pretty much, if you set a goal for yourself in the beginning of the year, you can sit there and say the Raiders, their goal was to win a Super Bowl. That's the goal of every team. That's the goal. That should be the goal of every team going into the year, and that still should be the goal. And you're going to get some obstacles thrown your way, but you have to kind of stay in the fight, bro. You're gonna lose a couple battles, but as you have to concentrate on winning the war. There's going to be a few battles that you lose. You can't win them all. You can't win every battle, but you have to learn from each battle lost. You have to use it as a learning experience. Take these losses and learn from them. Don't keep doing the same mistakes. And that's the same thing in life and on the field. You have to keep learning. You're not always going to know everything. You're not always going to know everything. Everything in life should be a learning experience. Because you don't know, not one person knows everything. You can't sit here and say, "Oh, I know how to do everything," because you don't. There's always someone that knows more than you. There's always someone that does something better than you. But you should. I see a lot of people always hating on people or hating on things that you should be a situation that you should be learning from. You should be learning from these things and take a deep breath, take a step back and learn from these things. So that way you can get better as a person, and they should take those losses and those little battles that they lost and learn from them and get better. Hopefully these things that they've been going through as a team, hopefully it brings them closer. Hopefully it gets them stronger as a team. You know what I mean? Because they've gone through a lot. I mean, from losing a player, losing a coach, all these distractions that they've been going through. I mean, that could have took down any team. That any team could have just thrown in the towel. You know what I mean? Any other, there's a lot of teams that could have just thrown in the towel. But you know what? This last win showed that they got heart. You know what I mean? It showed that they got heart. They're still in the fight. They're still fighting. They got knocked down, but they got up. They took that 8 count, and they're still fighting, bro. And that says a lot about our team, because you know what? In past years, something like this would have took us out already. You know what I mean? Past years. But you know what? Maybe I'm hoping and I'm praying, I'm hoping that this year could be different. That no, we didn't just they're not gonna just stop playing at the halfway point and the second half is gonna be a wash. I hope this Raider team is different because no, you hear that a lot of these ex players from Tim Brown to these other players that are around, they're saying that there's something's different about this team. Even as you ask these players that they just feel like they feels different. This team's different. They feel strong. They feel confident, and they're more together. So maybe they're built a little different. So they're just gonna have to keep it pushing, keep grinding, and hopefully the results are better from past years.
Absolutely, Matt. My thing, Raider Nation, especially for you youngsters, man, learn from Gruden and learn from all these other NFL suckers as well. Like, the internet is permanent. Your email or your text or your post or whatever, man, whatever you said 10 years ago can always come back and bite you and haunt you, man. So, hey, man, make sure you're always on the up and up. Make sure your head is right. Make sure you're speaking correct things. Make sure whatever, man. Because when you share it on the internet, man, it's forever, man. And it might come back to help you, or it might come back to hurt you. In Gruden's case, man, what he wrote, man, that it hurt him, his family, his team, everybody in the worst way. And like I said, why did the NFL go after Gruden? Because they got something that they're covering up. You with me? So it's like, now let's take a look from the NFL. When you lie and then you lie again and then you lie again, and man, you have to lie, and you got to lie about other people and throw other people under the bus to make yourself look good. You see what I'm saying? Whereas if you're not being shady, if you're not doing anything wrong, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And you don't have to throw people under the bus, man. You get what I'm saying? You see that difference right there? So Raider Nation, man, especially you young Raiders, man, you young Misfits, make sure you're just making good choices. Make sure you're trying to live as righteous as you can, man. Hey, everybody, man, that just about wraps it up. And we're going to shout out all the Misfits everywhere. God bless y'all. We're going to shout out the Raider Nation, coast to coast and worldwide. God bless y'all. And how do you like this one, Prez? We're going to shout out all the Raider haters too, coast to coast and worldwide. Oh, we don't hate the Raiders. Yeah, you hate the Raiders. You hate the Raiders when we're in the Super Bowl, if we're in the Super Bowl. You hate the Raiders when we're in last place. It is what it is. But check this out. God bless all the Raider haters. How do you like that one, Prez? You know what I'm saying? Yep. Giving a shout out to everybody, baby. All right. So that's what's up, man. Hey, Prez, man, I'm glad you got back home safe, man, from Texas, man. Crazy over there. And we got that win. So everybody, man, we'll check you next time. Stay ready. Stay tuned. Win or lose, we're going to keep bringing it. And whether we make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl or we don't make the playoffs, we're still going to be repping that silver and black. You'll never hear us talk about no other team, man, other than the beautiful Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Prez, man, we just going to let everybody go like we always do, man. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the Misfits. And, Prez, man, keep doing it, man. We're all going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody, we will see you next week, man. Take it easy, everybody.
Late.
No party like a Misfit party, cause our Misfit party don't stop. Love, loyalty, respect, man, that's all we got. It's a family thing, baby, to the day that we drive. We rep it, city to city, from state to state. It's that Raider Nation 360.